with 2 2x4s, you can make 4 pretty decent, let's call them tent poles. These are for the temporary, or the Expedient sawmill shelter. But I didn't film the manufacture of these because it's potentially deadly. So, but anyway, yeah, rip these, chamfer them into octagons, and then with a 4-inch grinder you can round off the tips and put a channel for anchor cables and tarp ties, whatever you want to call it. But the best part is you can make a mess like this. I think there might be almost a half a 2x4 in sawdust. And then those of you that know what I did here, so I'll leave it at that. Well, this is just the last 3 weeks. 4 inches of rain. I don't know if that makes sense to most of you, but that's a lot of rain. Got this angled cut on the 4-inch or 3-inch PVC. I didn't get video of doing all this because I did it in the rain. But here's the Sawmill hobo camp. A big tarp. Those cables I showed you, or the cable I showed you in the other video. And some homemade stakes and some 550 cord. It's been through a couple storms and seems to be happy. I sank these 3-inch PVC pipes in the ground to put the stakes in so I can quickly and pretty easily disassemble it when I need to mill some logs. But the main reason for this is doing the joinery, which I'm ready for. So I essentially have the whole mill bed under cover. And the way I hung the tarp from below that cable, I can raise the mill enough to get a 12 or 14-inch log milled. So that's that. And I've got room on this side for my tools and such to be able to work in the rain. It's a little goofy and ugly, but hey, I gotta get my house done. I got a bucket full of chain as a weight for the cable, and I can lift this bucket up and hang it on that lag bolt when I want to disconnect the other end and take the tarp away. But essentially I'll be able to, if you can see here, I've got these 550 cord pieces coming down and locked into the post there. I was kind of worried about uplift, pulling it out of these posts, but I think I got enough windbreak with the forest around here. It might not be too bad. But if it pops it out, it just pops back in, no problem. But yeah, that cable I was talking about, I can disconnect it at the other end, at the other log I set in the ground. Or I can just disconnect the tarp, and then I can drag the tarp and stow it back on this end of the cable, and then I have full access. So, pretty boring. I know this isn't much of a video, but hey, there you can see. I got it suspended from the cable so I can drag all that back, dump it, and then I can mill logs and load with the excavator. If I got a big log and whatever the heck, I can disconnect the cable there, dump it all back over here, and work that way. But there's a field expedient shelter. I have all of my logs milled. I might need some long ones that I've got stacked in another part of the property, but I don't need those right now. Those will come towards the end, but I'm taking this time because I'm getting ready to pull logs out of the stacks that I've had going since the fall, and I'm going to true those surfaces up. I milled them oversized, but I'm going to true those surfaces up and get ready for joinery, and I'll probably true one up, do its joinery, and then pull another one and do its joinery until I get a bent done. But those of you that have these mills know that they take a beating when you are flipping logs over, doing that kind of stuff. So I'm going to take this opportunity to re-level my mill bed and square everything up and make sure the blades level with the bunks. So I've showed this in another video, but I've got my laser level out right here. It's just a Milwaukee, and I've struck a line with the laser, and I actually have a uniform point about here. And as you can see, the mill bed's a little proud here, and everywhere you can see that green line through there, it's a little proud. So I'm going to do the easy thing, and basically, since the bed's always getting shoved down by weight dropping on it, I'm going to just loosen these bottom nuts, which I'll show you here. I'm going to loosen these bottom nuts and drop that rail down until that laser's just dancing across the surfaces here. So that's what I'm doing now. And it is nice. I mean, it's not raining out right now, but we had rain the last few days. I think we got another inch. And I'm going to utilize this nice sunshade and get this work done. Here's another area where it's helpful to have a laser level. Once your bunks are level, you can raise that level and then bring your blade to it and adjust it to where that laser's evenly hitting all the gullets, just like that. And those adjustments are made up here. So now my bed's level and my blade's level, and I'm good to start milling the finished work. That's a good thing to see. That pile of logs is gone. Way back in there to the left there, you can probably see some 8x10s I got stacked, and some 10x10s and some 8x8s. But I think I'm done milling logs for a little while. That feels pretty good.